We are home here today to kick off week number 5 here in the NFL season. As Caleb Williams well over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns and no interceptions here to kick off this week 5 here. And of course, he's been doing a great job here week after week. And we're hoping that we'll continue on as we go ahead and host the 1-3 Vikings here today, as the Vikings have lost 3 straight. And of course, they are trying to see if they can bounce back here. They've lost to the Cardinals, and of course, last week lost 38-22 to the Giants. Vikings are trying to bounce back here and trying to get back on the winning ways here. Nick Chubb has had a really slow start, believe it or not, here since being traded from. Or at least picked up in free agency. Of course, he's a former Cleveland Browns running back. As you see here, they won their first game of the week back in week 1, but then since then they have not been able to really get anything going. They're getting at least about 17 points a game, but it's been a rough go for them, as they've had a really tough time getting that running game going there for Nick Chubb. And of course, JJ McCarthy, who is actually playing his first official season here with the Vikings, he's had a bit of a slow go as well. Just remember, he got injured in the preseason last year, and of course, he is starting, of course, his first actual year of playing football here in the NFL. There you see his numbers from last week against the Giants, which they tried their best. They were at pace for the Giants for during the first half of the game, but then after that, the Giants really took off and just pretty much put them in the dust. There you see TJ Hawkins, one of the players there we're definitely going to have to watch out for, one of the tight ends, especially in the red zone, who is going to be helping them out and scoring in the red zone here. He's been doing that quite a bit here as of late. Addison, one of their deep receivers out there. Of course, he had a touchdown last week. And of course, Jefferson's always one of those guys. He's been with him for a while. He hasn't, at least in this series, he hasn't been a huge impact on us defending him. But a game like today, and a win that they need to try to keep themselves at least stay above water, as they are 2 games back, or 2 games below 500. I can definitely see him being a huge issue and a problem for us in this matchup here today. So our goal here this week is, of course, to try to get JJ uncomfortable, just like we did with Justin Fields last week in that game against the Rams. And of course, there you see they're talking to the coach about what he thinks about the season so far here, and what are some of the things we need to work on and whatnot. And really, truly, I think it's just too late. We still don't have a good, we're in 4 weeks. We got 4 games underneath our belt here. We still don't know what we really need or what we need to change. For right now, especially, everything's kind of working for us. But of course, there's always room of improvement. And with a few more weeks underneath our belt here, I think we have a better idea of what we need to go for and after. Obviously, one of my things for this team here is trying to get the offensive line to be better, and I think so far we've gotten there, but we still got some room of improvement to make. I want to say also too that Curry, our center that we drafted last spring here in this first draft, we're going to go ahead and start him here today. Now, Nick Chubb, like I said earlier, he's a superstar X Factor. He has not been acting like a superstar X Factor in these since being picked up by the Vikings. Originally, we were looking at him, and if we had the money, I wouldn't mind having him here in Chicago. But we just didn't have. We had other priorities we had to worry about. 322 yards, two touchdowns so far this season. He has 15 broken tackles. And there you see his numbers from the last couple of weeks here. The only last time he had 2 rushing touchdowns was back in week 1 against the Saints, where they won that game. He had over 140 yards in that, actually had 140 yards there. That's the only game he's had so far over 100 yards. So it's been a rough 3 weeks for him, and I'm sure he is wanting to get back into that, that 100 yards a game type of feel. JJ McCarthy as well. There you see his numbers there. Like I said, had no numbers from last year. 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions right now. He is struggling. He has been sacked 7 times here, and he has completed 64% of his passes. And like I said, if we can try to, kind of make him uncomfortable and kind of rattle him there in that pocket, I think we'll do a good job. Now, week 3, just 2 weeks ago, he played against the Eagles, had a really good passing game, 263 yards, had a couple of touchdowns as well. But we're gonna do our best to make sure he does not have that type of game. We really want him to kind of be looking around his shoulder, seeing where we're going to come at him with the different types of blitz packages we have set for him, and just like I said, really rattle his cage and get him to throw off balance and off target there as well. On the opposite side here, passing wise for us, I think for the most part we're doing a really damn good job of with Caleb with it here so far this season. And of course, this is the guy we're gonna have to worry about here. Karen Byam, he's gonna be definitely lurking around that secondary there. They suggest that we throw the deep passing game there, but I kind of disagree with that. I kind of want to keep going with that short to mid-range passing that's been working well for us. Not to mention our halfbacks have been doing a great job these first couple of weeks as well. As you see, the Vikings have no injuries at this time. But the passing game has been really kind of nice for us, and the complementary between the pass and the run has been going very well for us. Homer has been doing a good job there as former third string back, now playing second string back. And then, of course, as you see here, he has a nice little upgrade. Johnson has been doing a great job for us as well. Former second string back, now playing as the first string guy, as of course DeAndre Swift is going to be out with that hip injury for the remainder of this, for the most part of this whole regular season. We may see him in the postseason if we happen to get there, and I'm really hoping we are going to get there. But things happen, and we'll try to see if we can. Basically, this is the season that we figure out what we do without our star running back here. So JJ McCarthy, there you see his numbers. Like I mentioned before, having a really rough go here since that Eagles game. But we'll try to see what we can do here. We'll see a quick pass. That's going to be thrown there to TJ Hawkinson. As he see his numbers there from last week. 6 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown for him. And, of course, with Nick Chubb, we're going to try to make sure we don't let him run too often and too much here, as we really got to try to swallow him up and take him down and keep him in that backfield there. We really need JJ to, if anything, if they're going to do anything with Nick Chubb, they're going to have to try to pass to him there in those screen passes and whatnot. As JJ throws there, that's going to find TJ Hawkinson, as again he gets another good catch there, and that's going to help move the chains for another first down. And of course, like I said, Bears defense has been doing a great job, especially last week. Even though we did give up quite a few points, they were still able to get some turnovers there for us, and that was been very helpful here in that game. And of course, in the last couple of weeks now, they've been doing that as well, because really doing a great job there. Just can kind of continue off of what they've been doing since year one. And we'll see a run, a ball being snapped there, and that's a 7-yard run there from the wide receiver playing that Jets sweep there. Now we'll see JJ is going to be brought down, and then there's going to be a sack, and as well as a fumble, as Sweat is able to get to this one there. Nice play there for the defense, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of play I want to see our guys do. I want them to play rough. I want, at least within the confines of the game. But I want them to get to the quarterback here, and of course, especially an inexperienced quarterback. Like I said, JJ's first official season on the field here, playing in the regular season. So he hasn't had those, those live hits like he does compared to what he gets in practice. Obviously, you don't get hit in practice, but he hasn't really been hit really since his days there at Michigan. So 1st and 10, ball the 46-yard line here for Caleb Williams, as we'll hand this one off to Johnson, as he'll run this one there, and he'll get a modest 4 yards there. As you see last week, I was really shocked and surprised as much as I was running with him. I wasn't thinking we were going to get 200, at least 100 yards out of him, but we got 248 yards there from Johnson. I feel like this week we could, a modest 100 would be fine for us. As we see, Scott here gets a nice reception off that slant pass, and that's going to get him a nice 1st down there for the Bears. The Bears able to eat up some yardage there on a nice pass, and of course, like I said, Caleb, I just feel like he's got more confidence in him, and just be able to get those throws off. And then, not to mention, the offensive line's been helpful. We've got 2 rookies on our line right now. Curry's going to be playing some here and there from time to time, as the ball's going to be fumbled, and the Vikings are going to gain this one here as they get possession. That is not what we need from this defensive line of the Vikings here, as there's going to be a fumble there, and I think Van Griegel there, I think he ends up getting it. And man, that's not a turnover we want to see here. We do not want to give this ball up here, but we're going to see a booth review here, and the booth says they want to take a second look at this, so we'll take a look and see. Now the question is, was we down? I think we were, because look, right there, boom, right on contact there. There's a Vikings player between us and the ground, and that's, by rule, that is contact. So they'll return it and give the ball back to the Bears. As we'll see, Caleb now throws this one there to Scott. Scott's able to get enough there for the 1st down as they move the chains. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 here now on the ball on the 19-yard line of the Vikings. Van Winkle, of course, a couple other players there really upset about that call. But Johnson out here runs this one on the outside here, and he's going to get caught in the backfield there, as he only gets back to the line of scrimmage for a 2nd and 10. So now 2nd and 10 here, ball near the 20 of the Vikings, as a flag's going to be called here, and Johnson's going to run this one out, and we'll see if this ball is actually going to come back, and they're going to say yes. It's a holding call on the Bears, as Murray is playing under center here today. And like I said, a couple times we'll see Curry out here, and we'll see if I'm sure now coaches are probably thinking that he might play a little bit more. So as we see, Roman Dunze gets a great catch. He finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago, as the Vikings, or I should say the Bears, find their way into the end zone here. That's touchdown number 1 here today for Roman Dunze, and his 5th of the season, as he is doing his great job here, taking over that leadership role in the wide receiver core for the Bears, and getting the first touchdown of the day. 7-0 here. Chicago leads this one. As we see a handoff here to Nick Chubb. I think this is the first time we've seen Chubb here now having the ball in his hands. As we'll see a run there for a gain of 4. 2nd down coming up here. Ball their own 32-yard line. JJ here snaps this one. Now hands off to the halfback. As Pennington, they're going to run this one there, and that's going to be a short yardage there for a few yards. 3rd and 3, they're going to go ahead and, they're going to connect there, as that's going to be a nice catch, as that's going to be a 1st down. And that's a nice job there from Oliver, able to get to that ball. And a nice play there for him as they convert the 3rd down. 1st and 10, ball near midfield. And we'll see Johnson here, or I should say Jefferson here, as he will get the catch. And that's will be a short play there, short yards for a nice play there. 2nd and manageable here. Handoff, as you'll see Chubb here trying to mow down one of our players there, but he's going to get his tackle there of a short gain. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. We'll see a pass up to the right-hand side. And that, oh, look at that. That's going to be a broken play, broken tackle, and we're going to see a Viking in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota, as Jordan Addison able to find his way into the end zone. Like I said, that's one of those receivers besides Jefferson here, who's been playing very well here for the Vikings receiving-wise. And he finds his way into the end zone, and now they're going to tie this up now, making this a ball game. 7-7 here in Chicago. 6 plays, 72 yards. Just taking almost 3 minutes off the drive there for the Vikings. So the Vikings on the board here. Starting to make this game interesting now here. We'll see with about a minute 20. We get the ball there on their own 21-yard line. Caleb in the backfield there with Johnson. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson going to run this one off the right-hand side, and he's going to get a few yards there. That's going to help us there. As we'll see a 3rd and 3 coming up here. Should be a pretty manageable 3rd down here for Caleb. As we've been doing a great job here this season on 3rd down conversion. I think we're well over around that 60% mark. As we'll see Caleb here, Johnson's going to run this one there. As a nice handoff there from Caleb. And gives that one to Johnson. Like I said, last week against the Rams, I was really shocked and surprised as much. I know we were running quite a bit with him, but I didn't realize he was getting huge chunks of yards until I actually went back and reviewed the video. I'm thinking like, wow, we actually did a great job there running the ball with him. Now, I know we can't get 200 yards a game with him every single week. As we go ahead and see the first quarter ending here, it's going to be a tie ball game, 7-7. Bears will have the ball here to start off in the second quarter. And here in our franchise, as like I mentioned, Johnson, ideally, I want to see about him get 100 yards in the game, along with, Homer getting somewhere near close to 50 or maybe 60 yards there for him. Of course, they're both great backs. They can run up the middle and, of course, on the outside. And so far, they've been stepping up to the plate. They've been challenged by our coaches here, doing a great job during the week, during practice. And, of course, been very doing an excellent job here during games. 3rd and inches coming up. Excuse me. As we try to see if we can squeeze this ball right up the middle here for the first down. And we're able to do so. As we get a new set of downs here. And Johnson realizing that this is a tough position. I'm sure he wasn't thinking that this was going to be a situation where he had to be running. He was going to be the feature back here. After week 3 that we had our guy get injured. And Swift got injured either week 2 or 3 or something like that. But yeah, he's in that position. He's doing a good job of taking care of the ball. 1st and 10 pass there. That's going to be off to the right-hand side there to DJ Moore. And, of course, the veteran here has been doing a great job here, being a great mentor there towards our receivers. And, of course, doing a hell of a job here this season. Of course, continuing from what he did last season, helped us get a Super Bowl ring. Pass there, that's going to be there to Scott. Scott's going to get the catch, and that one's going to be inside the 10. Mark him at somewhere around the 9 for the first down. 2nd and 6 coming up as we try to run this one up the guts, and Johnson this time is going to get stuffed there by the linebacker for a short gain. So now 3rd and 8 here. We'll see what Caleb and the coaching staff has in store here for us. And we'll see if they're going to run this one. No, they're going to go ahead and pass. And Williams here drops back here, throws this one up there. That one's going to get broken up. Nice job there for the defensive player, jumping ahead of that one there. And now, as we're trying to get some points on the board here, this is going to be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. As I'm sure the Chicago fans here was hoping that we was going to see another touchdown in the end zone. But they'll settle for 3. And it's going to be a 4-point lead here. 7-10 here midway through the second quarter. As we see a quick pass there. Oh, bad diving tackle there. As we'll see here, Primerton, he'll get the catch there for that first. So now JJ McCarthy trying to get his offense going here. They did Great job last time. They had a scoring drive, and now they're trying to do the same thing here. As we'll see, Addison gets another great catch, and of course, Addison was the man that do so there. Put those 6 points on the board here. They're going to try to see if they can try to do it again here. This time they're going to run this one with Chubb. Chubb there gets a nice carry. One of our Bears is going to have to come off the sideline there. We'll see a 2nd and 7. Play action here for JJ as JJ throws this one up the middle there. That's a great toss there as he's able to find Jefferson on that play. And these two, their timing, and it looks like they've been working on a lot on that here. As it looks like one of our players has a bruised knee. He's going to be out for at least for the remainder of the game. So now we'll see a handoff there as they do another jet sweep. And again, they might want to get away from that play there. It's Dexter this time able to sniff out that run and puts it to a stop. 4:35 left here in the quarter. See, Brister is going to be does a great job just standing there and is in that passing lane there and gets the interception. Nice job there from Brister, as that's going to be a interception number 2 for him this season, as the Bears, secondary there, able to just stand there, look at the quarterback's eyes, and then realize, hey, I'm right here. I know I can get this one. And does a great job there. And to see Johnson's number so far this season. They're almost getting 400 yards now for the season. And has 6 rushing touchdowns. We'll see now 1st and 10 after the interception. Play action here from Williams. Williams here throws this one there. That's going to be caught, and that ball's going to be dropped quickly there by Johnson as they try to throw a little screen pass there to him. Try to go throw underneath the coverage. 3rd and 10. Ball still at the Bears 21-yard line, I should say. A pass there is going to be not met there as Scott gets wiped out. Nice job there from Holiday as he's able to get to the ball and to the receiver at the same time. Makes a nice clean hit, and we'll be forced to punt. As now we'll see the ball at the 40-yard line here. Nick Chubb trying to fight off here, a tackle, before he is finally wrapped up. Gets a nice gain of 8. McCarthy likes what he is seeing here. We'll see if they'll continue with Nick Chubb here. As the man's in motion, and it looks like they're going to go back to Nick Chubb again. As Hill almost had him, but missed him. But nonetheless there, Nick Chubb does get the 1st down, and they convert there on that play. 1st and 10 here, ball at midfield for the Vikings. The Vikings got a player in motion. Like I said, they've won their first game, and they lost 3 straight since then, week 1. As they're trying to get back into the good graces here and trying to stay at least try to keep up with us here in this division, as we're just rolling on here with a 4-0 record right now. As we see here, nice job there for Edmonds getting to JJ, having a little T there on the field there as they get to the quarterback on that play, and Edmonds does a great job here. He's been like that all day here against JJ McCarthy. And I like it. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I want like linebackers like him to just go on the pursuit. They know what their assignment is. Go on the blitz and go after them. Williams now here after the punt gets the football there at their own 27-yard line. As Cole Clement gets a catch, and I think that's the first time we've said his name here today. As he is, of course, didn't have a big game last week. Hoping to see if we can do something here this week. He was pretty well quiet. As we see a tip pass there, and that ball there from Holiday almost goes in his hands there. It's intended there for Roman Dunze, but goes short there. So now 3rd and 10 coming up here. Williams here throws this one and finds Scott there. Scott's going to get pushed out the 34-yard line. Huge 1st down for the Bears wide receiver. And like I said, he's been doing a great job there, playing that role as the 3rd wide receiver for us. And definitely stepping up to the plate here, especially since last season when with Allen going down there. And now, of course, Allen now no longer with us here. I believe is with Carolina, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Or either the Raiders, one of the two. Anyway, Williams here now dropping back here up the middle there. And that ball is going to be off, been on target, but the receiver or defender there reads it very well and able to bat it away. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Vikings, as Williams here gets hit as he throws there, and that's going to be a complete pass. Nice job there from the linebacker, the lineman there, getting that one, getting through the, penetrating the offensive line of ours. And of course, Williams says, nope, we're going to go for it here on 4th and 10. He feels something. He throws this one up there. That's going to go to big dog Cole Clement. He finds his way into the end zone, and that's a touchdown, Chicago. The Bears on the field here, doing a great job here, taking a chance on 4th down, 4th and 10 of all things too. You don't see too many young quarterbacks getting that kind of confidence, and not to mention telling the coach, hey coach, no, leave special teams there. I got this. We're gonna get this one. We're at least gonna get if we don't get the touchdown, we're at least gonna get the first down to keep this drive alive. And he does a great job there finding Cole Clement and getting into the end zone. Now 17-7, pass there going to be thrown to Jefferson as Jefferson makes the catch. Justin Jefferson, of course, like I said, he's been really quiet in this series. Last year it wasn't too flashy. I mean, he had a couple of good catches from us, but nothing like we see him in IRL. As JJ makes a nice run there as he scampers for that huge first down. So we got to start putting a spy out there and keep a close watch on him as he throws this one there. Trying to at least get in field goal range here, as they're trying to at least be within 7. As we'll see here on this 3rd and 16 here, JJ decides to call his own number again here. He's going to run this one. Sweat almost had him. And he slides as he goes all the way down the field there. Nice, I would say almost a 25-yard run there from him. 1st and 10 as there's clock's ticking away here. And he is going to be able to launch that there to Addison. What a play. As they did not, I think, well, no, I don't think they used their timeouts here. I think they just didn't know a huddle here and got themselves set up pretty well here. As JJ marches down the field, find Addison again. Second time these two have connected here in today's game. And now they're within a field goal, as it's going to be a 17-14 ball game as we go into the half. We'll see how the Bears are going to bounce back from that momentum swing there. If they can now they'll have the ball here to start off actually the second half. We'll see if they can, kind of quiet down the Vikings fans, or at least a few Vikings fans that in attendance there, and try to get a good start there in the second half and try to get something going there. So far, the game's been very well. Both teams are playing very well. They're executing their plays like they need to. And of course, I would like to see more from our defensive side of things. Honestly, I'm not lying. I want to get to JJ. I want to get to him off few and few far between in this game, because like I said, he did not play at all last year. So, him getting hit, him reading things, all that kind of stuff, we've seen already there. We can get to him if we just find the right plays and the right guy to get to him to cause that to happen. So we'll see how things go. We'll make a few slight alterations to our play here going to the second half here. Of course, we've got to keep a close eye on Addison, I think more so here in this second half. But we'll see how things go. And like I said, Caleb offensively has been on fire, as he's done a great job here. He's found Roman Dunze. He's found Cole Clement here in today's game. So I'd like to see more of that coming to their way in this second half. And of course, the running game has been very helpful for him as well. I like to see Johnson get a few more rushing yards here. Maybe he can get himself in the end zone. As you see, big Cold Dog there gets a great catch there. And I don't know why they had him turn around like that. But he tries to go up the field there, and that's going to be a big catch there for him. That's going to be a huge first down to start off. So that's the right way to go. As we'll see a ball at the 48-yard line here. 1st and 10 here for the Bears. As we'll see Williams here scramble off to the right-hand side, looking for a block there, and he's going to get his way as he does get the first down there, pushed out at the 41-yard line, as the crowd are liking what they're seeing from this young man. We'll see a handoff now to Johnson, and he'll go up the middle as he'll get a gain of about 12 on that carry for another first down for the Bears. Now at the 30-yard line of the Vikings, as we try to go on the outside there to the right-hand side, but Van Giegel there will be there to smother our halfback there for the loss. So second down coming up, as we'll see ourselves here trying to get down the field here and try to at least try to run the ball here a little bit more in the second half, especially where we're getting closer to the red zone here. I'd like to see us get a nice rushing red zone touchdown here. And now we'll see now 3rd and 4 coming up here. We'll see as Williams now changing our routes. He's going to drop back here. He's going to throw up one up the middle there to DJ Moore, and Moore's going to get this one there inside the 10 as they're going to mark him at the 5-yard line. There you see Caleb's numbers now, 214, 2 touchdowns. We'll see if we can now get this one in the end zone here by way of the ground game, as it looks like they're set up for a run. We'll see here, handoff. That one's going to go to Johnson. Johnson's going to stay up the middle, and he's going to get shoved down there at the 3. So about a gain of 2 on that carry. We'll see now what we can try to do now here on this 2nd and goal. Handoff, as you see there, nice stop there from the defensive player there of the Vikings, as that's going to be Cashman on that tackle. And Cashman able to get there on time, stop Johnson from getting into the end zone. So we'll get pushed back a little bit there, so as we'll see now on this 3rd and goal. Pass there can be thrown there to Scott, and he's going to find his receiver. Nice play as he finds Scott. Tyler Scott, touchdown as he's just relaxing there in the red zone. Rightfully so, as now he has gotten to 2 wide receivers and he's got to 3 receivers here today in the end zone, as it's 9 plays, 70 yards on that drive there for Caleb Williams. And we'll see a handoff now to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb's going to be brought down by our rookie. There you see Danny Hill doing a great job there, bringing down by far probably going to be a Hall of Fame type player there, that being Nick Chubb. 3rd and 11 coming up here. JJ McCarthy here now running this one here, and he's going to try to get this one, and they're going to go ahead and give him the 1st down as he's making a nice carry there for himself. And you know what, I'm very impressed with JJ. He's not he's not scared at all to take the ball and run and call his own number and get down the field. We'll see a handoff here. That is going to be a nice run, as that's going to be one of the receivers doing a little jet sweep there. Get a little help there from the running game. Of course, like I said, we've been doing a good job here of stuffing the run here, like right there, as that time Baker gets a hold of Nick Chubb, gets a stop. We'll see a 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Vikings, if they can try to see if they can get this one converted. McCarthy throws this one up there. That's going to find Jefferson as he gets the catch. He's going to take this one down, and he's going to get a nice gain of about 20 on that play. And Jefferson there, jawing with the defenders there. Of course he would. We haven't seen him do the gritty yet, but I'm sure on this drive he's going to plan that one for himself there if he can get in the end zone. But Addison gets a great catch at the 15. That's another 1st down for the Vikings, as we'll see another handoff. This time one of their wide receivers there, Pullmanton there, this time coming from the backfield there, makes a carry of only a gain of 2. They'll get Nick Chubb here as they're at the 13-yard line here. Chubb's going to run this one here, and he's going to get enough there to get the 1st down as he gets a gain of 10 on that play. He's now at the 3-yard line. He is now getting fired up here. And look at him. He's just howling or whatever you want to call it there, as he wants to get himself into the end zone. But they'll take him out of the game as he will get in a bit of a breather. And nice job there from Dexter getting into the halfback and from the backfield there for a loss. A loss of 3 on that play. We'll see a ball at the 6-yard line, and they take down JJ. Nice job there as Montez Sweat this time gets a piece of him, as now they're going to be loss of 4 on that play. Ball now at the 10-yard line here. So now 3rd and goal coming up here. JJ throws a screen pass there to Pullmanton. Pullmanton here is going to get pushed out, and he's going to get a gain of 5. So now they'll have to make a decision here if they're going to go for it or going to kick a field goal here, as they're down by 10, and they decide to go ahead and kick this one instead, as now they're just down by just pretty much a possession here, just a touchdown and an extra point there for them, as we have a nice 7-point lead. 24-17 here as we have the ball now with 22 seconds left after they scored. And that was a pretty good drive there for the Vikings there, but just could not get it into the end zone for a touchdown, as we'll see the end of the quarter here now. And the Bears have a really good start there the second half. Usually we have a little bit of a slow start in the third quarter, but we were able to score twice, matter of fact, in the quarter. And now we take a nice lead here. 3rd and 5 coming up after as we start the fourth quarter here. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Bears. Williams here drops back, pass up the middle there to Roman Dunze, and then Dunze, he's going to get that one there as he gets enough there for the first down. Nice job there from Big Rome. As we'll see what we can try to do here on this ball now at the 44-yard line. Williams here up the middle there, throws this one there, and that ball is going to be deflected, but there's a penalty on the play, and it's going to be a pass interference on the defense, as Murphy Jr. is going to get called there. He didn't give a receiver a chance to turn around and go for the ball, and the referee is going to call a pass interference there. So we have not heard, usually that's on us, not on them. We'll take it. So we get that automatic first down as we give the ball back to Johnson there for a short carry. So now 3rd and 8 coming up, as we'll see the ball at the 46-yard line. Williams here drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That one almost took it away there from us, as that was Turner there. He almost turned and went the other direction there on that play. But we'll be forced to punt and try to play the field position here. As JJ McCarthy having a brutal day here, as he has been getting knocked around, pushed down. But at the same time, he's been making some pretty good plays, especially with his legs there. He's got 50 yards on the ground. We'll see if we can get him to do that again here, and hopefully get a good open shot at him if he does so. As we're going to put a couple spies out there from time to time to make sure he doesn't do that. But now 2nd and 9 coming up. We'll see him in the pocket. Throws this one up the middle. That's going to be caught, as he's going to find Jefferson there. Nice catch there from Jefferson. Now they're going to try to see if they can convert here on this 3rd down. This 3rd and 3 coming up. Ball in the 24. Pass up the middle. And that's going to be caught as Addison again. He is doing a great job here. I think he's getting close to almost 10 receptions in today's game. Ball at the 32-yard line. Pass up the middle. That's going to be Addison again. And he's going to be there as he's now, well over 100 yards now for the day. So 2 touchdowns, over 100. He has 101 yards. We'll see now on 2nd and 4 coming up, as we'll see play action here. We're going to throw the Nick Chubb off to the right-hand side. Chubb's going to break the tackle. Chubb's going to try to hurdle, or he does hurdle over the defender, and he is going to be just a yard short of getting that first down. So now they're going to try to see what they can do here on this 3rd and inches here, try to convert. As the ball's on their own 42. Hand off to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, cannot be too happy about that at all, as he is going to get stopped there and denied there by Hill and a couple other Bears on that tackle. So they punt the ball here. They put us inside there at inside the 25-yard line of ours. And we'll see a pass there as DJ Moore gets that catch there, as he'll get that one near the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Bears, as we're trying to at least put the nail in the coffin here on this drive and try to put up at least a 2-possession lead on them here. It's less than 6 minutes now. Williams throws this one there, pass there to his tight end, to Cole Clement. And Big Cole will get the catch there for about 5 yards. I wouldn't be surprised, too, if this drive ends with some points on the board here, especially a touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised if Williams gets taken out of the game. It's Johnson, nice little spin move there from him on that screen pass. And he's going to get enough there for the first down. 1st and 10 for the Bears, as the halfback now showing off what he can do here with his receiving skills as well. 2nd and 9 coming up. We'll see a handoff here to Johnson once again here. Johnson got good blocking, trying to go up the field here, but he's going to get stopped by Byam as he makes a nice tackle there. But Johnson gets a great positive yardage there to try to help, or just comes up short of moving the chains. We'll see it now. Block up the middle here for Johnson. As Johnson gets the first down and going to get more. As Byron again gets the tackle there on the halfback. A nice first down here for the Bears. So the Bears doing a good job here with the run blocking. Johnson moving up the middle. And he is able to get this one for a couple. We'll see now. Ball at the 20-yard line. Second and 4 here. Johnson again gets his number called again and does a great job. Again, moving those chains and really wearing down this play clock here now. As we're getting too close to the 2-minute warning, I think the Bears are going to go ahead and grab the 2-minute warning here as they'll hand off to Homer. Homer can't muscle that one out for himself there as he is going to get taken down at the 11. Second and goal. We'll see here. Ball the 11-yard line. Hand off to Johnson once again here. Johnson going on the outside there. Gets around the edge, and he is going to get down to get pushed out there by Turner at the 2-yard line. So now a ball at the 2-yard line here. Third and goal coming up. Johnson has not been in the end zone at all here in today's game. They're trying to see if they can be a first here as there's less than 2 minutes left here in this ball game, as we'll see a nice stiff arm there from Johnson. He finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago, as Johnson is able to stiff arm his way into the end zone there. Nice play, nice finish there. And now we have a 2-possession lead now for the Bears as they defense now can go out here and try to get a quick 3 and out, as the Vikings don't have too much time left, even though they have all their timeouts. Don't have enough time, and of course mathematically don't have a way of getting back in this ball game. 31-27 is the score right now. It's a nice drive there for the Bears. So now, minute 45 left. We'll see a pass there, and TJ Hawkins gets the catch as they're going to do a no huddle here now. So JJ trying to get all his guys on the line here. Quick pass off to the right-hand side. Finds Addison, and Addison got to get pushed out there quickly as the clock will stop there. So Vikings are smart to catch the ball and get out of bounds quickly to conserve enough time for them. But even so here, especially like this pass right there, they're going to have to call a timeout, which they do. JJ McCarthy now in the backfield there with Chubb. As he drops back in the pocket, throws a screen pass there to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb trying to get out of bounds there, but he does not, and they're going to have to call another timeout. One timeout remaining for the Vikings as JJ again, screen pass there, throws to TJ Hawkins. Hawkins is going to dance himself right out of bounds to try to hold that last timeout now. And like I said, mathematically, even if they get down the field here with a touchdown, they still have to get the onside kick. And, of course, get down the field there to try to get this ball game back. At least try to get, tie the ball game up here. So a minute left here on 2nd and 10 here coming up. Ball the 29-yard line of the Bears. Bears defense keeps getting pushed back here, but at the same time, they're forcing the Vikings to go out of bounds. And see now, JJ, what is JJ doing here? He could have ran for the first down there, but he decides just to throw it away. And Johnson's like, what is the deal with that? You should have just ran it. So now 3rd and 10, which I'm still scratching my head about that one because he's obviously ran the ball for himself there earlier. And that play there, that was just a boneheaded play. I don't know what he was thinking there. He could have ran it for that first down and got himself set up. And, of course, I think what it was, and not to mention he could have just ran out of bounds, definitely would stop the clock as we see a pass being thrown there. That's going to be up the middle there. That's going to be Hopkins there as they're going to have to call their last timeout. So with 40 seconds left here, Vikings now have no timeouts remaining, and they're pretty much going to have to use the sideline and keep themselves from have to do a no huddle. Bears got to keep them in bounds here so they can force them to, or make plays like that. Nice dive there from Edmonds as he is able to get his hands on it, but incomplete pass there. Now 35 seconds left here. 2nd and 10 coming up. JJ up the middle there. Throws in the legs there of Addison. And that's a nice play. As I believe Brister was there to have a nice coverage there. 30 seconds left here. JJ going to throw this one up the middle there. That's going to get popped up. And somebody needs to catch that. Stevenson should have caught that. But it's going to be an incomplete pass. And now they're looking at a 4th and 10. I don't know what the deal was. The whole time I was screaming like, oh, come on, computer, let me catch that. As we see JJ here, throws up the middle there. That's going to be caught by, I forgot who that is, but that's going to be it, as there's no more time on the clock, as that ball was inbounds, and the runoff, 10-second runoff there is going to force them, or at least force the game to be over with, as the Vikings will come up short here. They lose by 2 possessions here. 31-17 here in Chicago, as the Bears pick up a nice victory here and pull off a nice home victory here, as now we're 5-0 going into our bye week. So the Bears pick up a nice win here against their rival, as the Vikings, I can't remember, I want to say last year I think we really just mollywopped the Vikings, even though they had Sam Darnell, and Sam he played decently well. But we still blew them out of the water. I believe we blew them out of the water both here at Soldier Field and at home there in US Bank. But this game, if they had more time and use their time wisely there, I think it would have been a closer game than what it was. But they had a rough go the first half. Only scoring 14 points. They were down by 3 going into the half, so it's not bad at all. But, they only got 3 points there in the third quarter. I could have swore we got 14 points in the third quarter, but we only got 7, so that's all right. Because usually we don't score anything in the third quarter. But for the most part here, I think our guys did a great job going in the half, making sure that we go in halftime with the lead, which was a nice, got some good deep passes there for us. We did a good job there of looking for those mismatches there in the game, and of course the running game was pretty well. Did a great job there as well, helping us out. But I think overall, just another great performance from everybody. Everybody was able to do their job and do it well there. As you look at the time of possession there, almost pretty equal to each other there. 22 minutes, 22 seconds for us, 21 minutes, 38 seconds for the Vikings. So they had something going on there. I think next time around it's going to be a leaving closer game. JJ McCarthy, 26 of 36, 319. He did pass better than us. 72% of the passes were completed, 2 touchdowns, but 1 interception. For Caleb Williams, 19 of 32, 265. He completed 59% of his passes, 3 rushing touchdowns. His biggest pass was 43 yards. For JJ was 34 yards for Williams, 43 yards for JJ. Johnson almost got 100 yards for the day. 23 carries, 94 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, had 5 broken tackles. Nick Chubb, really poor day for him. 14 carries, 33 yards. He only got 2.3 average yards per carry. Not a normal Nick Chubb game at all there. Of course, JJ had some big runs there. His biggest run was 28 yards running, but he had 3 of 61, and of course 1 fumble there, as he did fumble the ball there. We did a great job there, of course, taking that fumble, and of course we did convert it to points eventually later on in the game. And then there you see some other numbers there. Williams had a nice big run there, 11 yards for us. As for Addison, 8 catches for 110 and 2 touchdowns. Jefferson also had 110 for the day, but 7 catches, but no touchdowns. Scott, 5 catches for 65 yards, a touchdown. TJ Hawkins, 4 for 19. I was really surprised they did not use Hawkins in those situations there in the red zone there. He's a big guy, and I'm surprised they didn't throw it to him. Roma Dunze, not a big day there for him. Only 3 catches for 50 yards, but he did have a touchdown there, so I guess that's saying something. But I was really hoping to get to the ball to him a lot more. Baker, since signing him, he's done a great job here. He's been pretty much our tackles leader here. 13 tackles there, 2 tackles for loss for him. Edmonds had a great day there defensively as well. I believe he had, looking at my notes, 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Brister had an INT. That's his second of the season. He also had a TFL as well as 11 tackles. Edwards, 6 tackles, a tackle for loss. Hill had 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Sweat, 2 tackles, a TFL, a sack, and a fumble recovery there. So nice job there from our defense, who really did a great job there stepping up. And like I said, did exactly what I wish we could have did a little bit more against JJ, especially those big runs that he had there. I'm like, we gotta find. I gotta try to see if find some more plays that have those spy plays there, especially against guys like JJ that like to take off and run, just like Justin did to us last episode. But like I said, we did a great job there getting to him when we needed to. Guys made a big plays there. I wish we could have seen a little bit more from Hill. I've been thinking about moving him from the right side to from the left side to the right. Him and Sweat kind of switch spots, but we'll have to see. I might see how I might have to go to a practice session and see how that works out. But Caleb, he's going to get a nice little skill upgrade there as well. So we'll take a look here at some of the upgrades. Skill points. Excuse me. As Caleb, of course, going to upgrade his field general there now to a 94. So that's going to be nice. +3 at awareness and +1 for play action. Roman Dudes is getting a nice upgrade as well as the playmaker upgrade. Now goes to 88. Nice job there for awareness and such. Spencer Brown, this game keeps giving me offers for Spencer Brown. I'm like, no, I'm not trading him. He's one of our starters. Stevens is going to also get an upgrade as well. His man-to-man defense there now is an 80. But yeah, that Spencer Brown, it's crazy. They've been making offers to us about him for ever since the last game of preseason. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not for sale. He's not up for trade or anything like that whatsoever. I've been looking at a lot of the different trades they've been offering us for him, and I'm like, nah, that's not happening. Let's take a look at some scores around in week 5. Patriots get a shellac there by the Bills, 36-0. Jets Jets actually lose 31-28. Excuse me. Cowboys they squeak a win there against the Giants 28-22. 49ers get a nice win there 28-18 against the Saints. Rams they lose again this week as well. They get beat by the Texans there by 30-28. Colts, my Colts, oh my goodness, they come up short there 27-21. Kansas City gets a nice win there in Mile City 31-28, just squeaking by the Broncos there. And then Ravens 38-10. And then your Thursday night game, it was the Packers. We've seen that in halftime there, 35-17 for them. So right now, we are the only undefeated team in the NFL right now, 5-0. And of course, we have a bye week coming up. But look at the worst team. It is the Lions. They are 0-5. And the Lions have made, I told you guys when we started this season, the second season here, Lions made a huge splash. They spent a lot of money of bringing in a lot of different guys, especially bringing in Khalil Mack, who I was trying to sign, and they took him from us to the last second there. They're struggling right now. They're 0-5 right now. So if the season ended today, they would get the #1 pick for the draft. I'm sure they'll turn around here pretty quickly, but nonetheless, here not a good start for them so far. As we take a look here, we're in our bye week, and of course, there you see some of those rankings that I love seeing those. We're #1 in a lot of good categories there in the stats. But we'll take a look at more of those stats coming up in the next video here. Of course, that'll be the Bears Bear Down podcast, a little special that we have during the bye weeks. So we'll take a look at that, look at the team's stats as well as, of course, we'll look around the NFL, see what's going on with other players and other teams as well as before we head into week 7 and we take on the Cowboys there. So we'll see how things go. So like I said, these first 5 weeks have been great. we'll see now what we can do air after this bye week. Hopefully, we'll be more, even more productive as we've been so far here. And Caleb, like I said, week by week, his presence, his commanding presence, his confidence is building and building each and every week in that pocket. And I'm hoping that will continue on for the remainder of the season. But that's it for me. Definitely come on back, guys. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And, of course, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series videos that have dropped here on, or at least uploaded to the channel. Definitely check that out. And, of course, that's a great way to support the channel. Don't forget to follow us over here also on YouTube on our second channel over on ESGNet Plus LP, as we got other great content as well from Madden 25, College Football 25, FC 25, and of course MLB 25 as well. So a lot of great content, of course some past content as well you guys can check out from past series as well here on the channel, or here on this channel, and also on the other channel as well. But guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Bears fans, bear down. Let's get ready for our bye week. Let's see what we're going to have in store here for the remainder of the season. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.